Good morning, everybody. I'm about 45 minutes north of Los Angeles. I say that all the time, but this time it's a very different spot than what I normally go to. Although I'm north of Los Angeles, I'm also kind of west of Los Angeles, which is pretty far from where I normally go. I'm normally east of Los Angeles, but this time I've gone further north and a lot further west. There's a lot of bugs trying to eat my face off right now. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to hike down this trail and see what I can find, but I don't know what there will be. I'll walk around, take my time, see what I can find. There's literally no one within probably a half mile of me right now. I've got kind of this small little valley to myself. There are some steep mountains on either side of me, and it does kind of come into a really tight ravine. I'm walking through part of the riverbed. It's very rocky, pretty uneven, but it's not difficult to get through at all. It's just you can see that this river actually floods a lot when it rains. It's pretty easy to get through here. The walking's not difficult. Even if I stumble, it's because I'm not paying attention. But there's always a way to get through. I do know it does get very tight a little further up, and then it ends. It doesn't end. You could keep going if you had some rappelling equipment and maybe some safety gear, a wetsuit, and a lifeguard. You could keep going. I have none of those with me today, so my journey will end pretty soon. I'm just hoping I can find some nice compositions before I get to that point. If not, we'll go macro. I'll try to find some smaller things around here. There's lots of wildflowers growing, lots of nice, interesting rock formations. Oh, now that's nice over there. There's a little, I wouldn't call it a waterfall, but there's a place where the water's kind of taking a little bit of a spill downhill. Maybe I can find something nice here. Water's pretty, at least. It's clean. I think I'll scout around this area and see if I can find a shot that's worth taking. I hope you can hear me. I'm standing right by the water. In fact, I'm kind of in the water a little bit, but I've been shooting around here for a few minutes. I did a little bit of videography, and the sun's kind of hot in a couple of places, so it's difficult to shoot and get the exposure I need without any neutral density filters. But I did find some interesting compositions. One was a rock under the water, but there was a lot of moss on it. So with all the moss on the rocks, the moss kept moving, and then it gave a sense that the whole shot was out of focus. It's still kind of interesting to look at, but it's not exactly what I was going for. Then I came back a little bit and found this one piece of granite. It's mostly white with a lot of black specks in it. And then there's a nice smooth water running around it, and then further into the frame there's a lot of turbulent water, a couple of places where the water is kind of catching and spinning. That'll be obviously super soft focus with a long exposure, but I think that'll it'll capture the feeling of a lot of movement, but then it'll have the rock in the foreground that's nice and sharp and really kind of ground the whole photo with a nice subject. Another nice rock about 30 feet upstream from me that has a branch hanging over that would make for a decent composition, but everything around it is very much blown out, and I don't have a 200 millimeter with me, which is probably what I'd need. I'm trying to find something even closer. I do love these little abstract shots, though. They're quite fun to do. If you get it right, they're very effective, but the entire composition has to be perfect or they just look sloppy. So I finished up everything in this area. I'm going to move further down, but I did notice something that has really piqued my curiosity. Right over there, there's some plastic that's under the water. Now normally I would just consider that garbage and be, upset about it and move on. There's nothing I can do about it. However, this piece of plastic has rocks piled on top of it. Right here is the plastic, and you can see that it's, you can see it right here, and you can see it right here, and there are rocks stacked on top of it. So that's not there naturally. Somebody has put that there on purpose and in an attempt to hide something, and it's just it's out of my reach. I can't get to it without getting soaking wet, and I have more hiking that I want to do. So I'm very curious about that, but that's going to have to wait for another day. Maybe another time I'll check that and find my own buried treasure or something scary, sinister. It's probably just like some old candy bars. I didn't realize I was trespassing, but I'm being yelled at right now by a local. This little guy just ran right up to me and started cursing. So right now he's doing angry push-ups, trying to intimidate me. And I have to say, I'm not really good at push-ups, so he's doing a pretty good job. As much as I'd love to shoot something here, I just don't think the light's going to be worth the effort. It's too bright outside. The sun's just too hot. The rocks are too bright. The water's too bright. I just don't think it'd be worth taking the photograph at all. So I'm going to head back. I'll take my time as I go up the stream, and hopefully I find something else, but that's fine. If I don't, not a big deal. It's been a great day out here, and I've certainly enjoyed myself having the opportunity to get out in nature and just slow down for a little bit. It's been hectic the last couple of days with everything that's going on in the country, so to get out here and just kind of listen to a river instead of the news has been very nice. I really do appreciate you watching the video. It means a lot to me. I hope you'll subscribe, and please stay safe, and I hope you'll join me again soon.